Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to a brand new demo showcase, or another demo showcase here on the channel. It is time for Hollywood Animal. It is one of a multitude of games that have been released, that have been announced or released recently, that basically puts you as the director of a. Okay, this sounds like it might be a little bit too loud. Uh, I want the music a little bit lower. Thank you. Thank you. As I was saying, it is one of those games that puts you at the head of a movie studio, and some kind of like movie tycoon. Um, some better are better than others, and Hollywood Animal has looked like it has the potential to be probably the best of them all, in my opinion, from what I've seen and from what I've been able to play of this demo. This is not the first time I've played this demo. New Year 1929. Ah, not a good year. The hedonism of the 20s gives way to the Great Depression. The advent of talkies heralds the golden age of Hollywood, and life gives way to cinema. Yes, everything's gonna be fine from now on. It's like 1929 is really the low end. It only keeps getting better from here, right? Film companies fiercely compete for market and influence. The strong devour the weak. You purchase a bankrupt studio to build a new business on its ruins. And here we are. We can rename. One thing I don't quite like about this renaming thing, it looks really cool, but if your name is too if your name is too long, it kind of looks weird. I mean, it kind of looks off center. Like there's more space here than on this side. Anyways, that's a minor pet peeve. See, the N is over and the L isn't here. It's skewed to the right. Leftist propaganda. How large? I did not know I could make it this long. Leftist propaganda studios. And we can choose a logo. What should we choose? I mean, I am between the owl looks really cool. I gotta admit, but I gotta endorse the inner Tropico in me, and go for the llama. El Presidente approves. Leftist propaganda studios, and we can rename our initial employees. I'm just gonna leave it standard. Maybe if I do a full release, maybe I'll do subscriber names, or Twitch followers, stuff like that. But for now, let us leave it at that. And we are also have to choose uh, the movie that we get left with, the mostly shot movie. And honestly, of all these, my favorite is gotta be Limp and Look. So we are going to go with that. It's a real feel-good story there. Okay, protagonist cowboy. Luke Ford lived in a dusty town in the Wild West. He was. There's a typo there. He was a kind man. He was a kind man, and he had a good head on his shoulders. And he was a fine shooter. Luke dreamt of chasing outlaws and searching for treasure just like his father, the legendary bounty hunter Logan Ford. But there was one problem. Luke was born with a bad leg and couldn't sit long in the saddle, so Luke set aside his dreams of adventure to stand behind the counter at the grocery store, which he inherited from his late mother. Okay, genres are action and adventure. Setting is Wild West. Our protagonist is Luke Ford, played by Joe Duvall. And it is a cowboy type character. There was a time when the name Logan Ford was on everyone's lips. Together with his partner Rufus Green, he hunted down dozens of robbers and murderers, even Rotten Sam, the most dangerous outlaw in the Wild West. But after the birth of his son Luke, Logan suddenly disappeared. Of course my father abandoned me. Why would he ever bother with some cripple? Luke thought. I'm just a pathetic little joke, I'll never be as great as him. Okay, themes, treasure hunt. But then one day Luke received a mysterious letter. Son, I don't have long. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead. This map will lead you to a 1,000-year-old oak tree. I buried a chest filled with every bounty I collected in my life. Your father, Logan Ford. Luke's heart beat faster. Bet? Beat? I'm not sure. English is hard. Time to hit the road, but how do I get to the place on the map? If I can't even ride for 5 minutes, the boy was scared. He needed help. Okay, treasure hunt to the themes and events. And who better to turn to than Rufus Green, Logan's former partner. You look just like your father when he was your age, croaked Rufus when Luke appeared at his door. I retired a long time ago, but I haven't drunk away all my sense yet. Of course I'll help you. Rufus developed a miraculous training program, and within the week, Luke was a changed man. So confident in the saddle, he felt like he'd been on a horse his whole life. Ah yes, we are inventing the training montage here. Amazing. Okay, Rufus Green, played by Charlie Graham. And he is a mentor supporting character. Okay, antagonist is a bandit. His father was already dead when Luke set off. His old enemy Rotten Sam had finally managed to track Logan down and set an ambush with his gang of henchmen. Wounded in the gut, Logan hid in a small hotel on the outskirts of town. The day of his death, he drew a map and dictated the letter for his son to the innkeeper. Rotten Sam tracked Logan to his final refuge and tortured the innkeeper for the location of the 1,000-year-old oak. Rotten Sam, played by Edward Peterson. Okay, another event, a shootout. When Luke found the oak, Rotten Sam and his henchmen were already lifting Logan's chest from the hole. The air shook with the sound of gunshots. Luke fired so accurately and held on so tight in the saddle that bandits didn't stand a chance. Only Rotten Sam himself was able to escape when the smoke cleared. Luke saw the outlaw galloping for the horizon, carrying the gold from the chest. Luke turned to the open chest and found a battered little book in leather, his father's diary. Luke read an entry 20 years ago. Rotten Sam has escaped from prison, and he surely seeks revenge. My family is in danger. For their sake, I must disappear. I hope one day they can forgive me. Oh, so he didn't abandon you after all. Huzzah! He was a good guy. Protagonist overcomes self-doubt is the finale. Luke's tears fell onto the pages of the diary. Father's just wanted to protect me. He never thought me as a limp-footed nobody. Luke finally believed in himself and resolved to become the bravest cowboy in the Wild West in memory of his father. Ah yes, sounds like a franchise. Okay, 7.9 entertainment, or rather, commercial appeal, higher, okay, with general audience. And this is the artistic appeal. 7.9, 7.8. Very nice. Films, commercial, artistic may change, yada yada yada. Screenwriter Joe Hughes. Increased to 8.2 and 8.3. Unfortunately, Joe Duvall is dead, so he cannot be cast for the sequel. Okay, the commercial appeal dropped to 7.5, but the artistic appeal is up to 9. This is gonna go down because we still need to edit the film, and that's not gonna be that great. Okay, the filming time was scheduled for 60 days. It went on for 82 days. Not my problem. It's filmed now. I didn't have to pay for it. But if this was my film, that would be bad. It would have cost a lot more. Okay, they spent 431,000 on shooting the movie already, and it seems like Limp Looks is shoot out a story of revenge, but also a touching story about the relationship between father and son. Its dynamic storytelling and spectacular scenes will interest men of all ages. Okay, now finally we are here looking at our movie studio. Okay, we need to set up post-production for Limp Look. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we don't have that great of a set. Oliver Grant is an alcoholic, and that's the thing. That's one thing I hope they fix for the release. Most of the traits are negative. There are very few positive traits, and they are very rare. I hope they add some more positive traits for the release. But yeah, let's choose with Emma Barry. She is the better one, 3.6 stars, and Oliver Grant has 2.7, and he is an alcoholic. It's not great. That is her, that's her loyalty to the studio, and that is her happiness. That will impact, contract negotiations, I believe. Okay, Lee Woods. Okay, Lewis Humphrey is the better director, Okay, yeah, he might be a racist, but he is cheaper and also better, so it is what it is. It is 1929. Okay, we have to outsource our film development, our music recording, and our sound recording. We will go for the best options we have available. Unfortunately, they are also the more expensive ones. Later on, we will be able to develop our own film, record our own music and sound, but that is in the future. Okay, start post-production. The quality of the film will unfortunately go down because we don't have that great of staff. Okay, we need to hire a HR director. We have none right now. And sure, you are the happiest of them, and you are not the cheapest, but that's 2,600 for a 5-year contract. So you won't be asking for a raise in 5 years. That is good enough for me. Okay, now we need to hire heads of departments. Let's hire a head of maintenance. I am going to... Yeah, this guide means I can spend 10%. I can spend influence to speed up the research by up to 10%. I don't really use that anymore. I think the flat speed up that you get when they level up is much more useful. So I'm gonna go for Craig Lewis, who is the cheapest one. Okay, we have already gotten maintenance. We can't assign a research because the tutorial hasn't let us yet. It's very on rails, the beginning of this game. Okay, next is a head of post-production. We could go for you, for Barbara Morris, who is level 3. But I'm gonna go for the cheap guy. 1,096 for 5 years, and we can choose his perks when he levels up. And money is very much a post-production has begun, I know. We will go there in a moment. Next. I will go with you, because your morale and loyalty is a lot better. And yes, you also are the cheapest, so Okay, now we need to build a script department. And you see that the buildings have a radius around them. That's because these are main buildings and you'll have to build some buildings around them. And I think the radius is where you're allowed to build those buildings. Some buildings need to be built next to the main building that they are associated with. Some other buildings, you're more like studios, you're more free with the placement. But I am going to put the writing department over here on this side. I am going to go, in this case, I'm going to go with the cheap option, because like I said, money is very precious in the start of this game. I have on more than one occasion overspent and not being able to afford things that I needed, not being able to rake in the cash that I needed. So I'm gonna go with the cheaper ones. The demo doesn't go on long enough that the condition was a problem, but I'm sure in the full release that will make a difference. They're also the ones that build the thing fastest, so that's also a plus. Okay, I can't build anything new yet. Yes, I know I can speed up the passage of time. I would rather be doing other things like research, but the game wants us to finish, like I said, the tutorial is very on rails. Okay, he got divorced, met a girl, and now she's distracting him. Sure, we will control access. His happiness will decrease, but his loyalty will go up. And his happiness is already pretty low. Actually, I will drop his loyalty to increase his happiness. I usually go for the first choice, but his happiness was already pretty low, and I don't want to send him on vacation just yet or have any negative things about that. 102,000 on salaries, damn it, that is expensive. Okay, the construction company wants more money to grease the gears. Fucking hell. Fine, take the money. This is our cash reserves. I don't know how you get more money to the cash reserves. I haven't. I also one thing. Okay, one thing at a time. I haven't figured out how you transfer money from the account to your under the table monies. The tutorial doesn't really explain it. And also, one thing that I would like to see is I would like these things when a movie has reached a stage, has finished one of the stages and requires your attention. I would like it to be more obvious, because right now it's a bit easy to miss. It's happened to me on more than one occasion to have a movie sit here longer than I would like, instead of me like I would be waiting for I would have several movies in production in various stages, and I would not notice that a movie had completed the stage, and I wouldn't start the next stage right away. Sometimes you want to do that because you're not ready to go to the next stage, but in that case it was because I didn't notice the alert. Okay, we spent 36,000 on editing Lincoln Look, which is going to be added to the cost. Unfortunately, our editing is not that great. The attractiveness went down, but not by that much. 7.2 and 8.5 is still a very respectable score. We are not going to be producing movies that good for now. So everyone that worked on the editing gets experience. The head of post-production, the director also gets experience for editing, the editor, and of course the composer. Now we get to select a poster. And sure, let's go for the treasure map with the oak tree. It's representative of what the movie is about, right? Now, this is where we get to select where the movie gets released. However, we don't get to do that because the previous studio had the previous owners had already set this up, so it gets preset for me. What I would like to see is where it says. I'll explain it better when we get to when we release our own movie that we make from the ground up. Where it says, yes, thank you, tutorial. I'll go. Yes, thank you. Go away. Where it says the number of theaters we want to rent, the number of screenings we want to have. I would like a way for that for it to remember what you set for the last one, because right now you have to do it from zero. You'll see it when we release our next movie. But this is going to be advertised for boys and men. Also, I'm not sure if this is a research that you need to get. Right now, you get 3 advertising campaigns that have already been paid for by the previous owners, and you get to select a target audience. When you spend after you spend these 3, you have to. It's less obvious the target audience. I'm not sure if there's a research that's not available in the demo that will let you get this kind of advertising campaign. Would have to see in the full release. Okay. It is off to the printers to print the copies, and our advertisers are already working to... What the hell is happening? Surefire hit. Oh yeah, they want to... Yeah, the movie theaters want to cut our slots. Hell no. I will spend 50 influence. That is a lot of influence to spend. But it's the best movie we're going to be releasing for a while. So we really need to get that in as many showings as humanly possible. Now, I will go for the... You're not a cheap... How... Seriously? Your loyalty and happiness may be down in the gutter, but you are dirt cheap. Even though you have a point in spending money, which I would prefer you had a point in something else, I will still hire you because you are dirt cheap. Okay, now we choose our main themes, and I think we are going to go for action, thriller, and adventure. This basically decides what specializations or what favorite genres your starting writers will have. You can hire then other writers that have different preferences. Okay, our scriptwriters are Bernard Larson, Felix Hill, and Walter West. Okay, click the building. Yes. Ideas, that's how we do a script. You get a list of ideas. You can upgrade later. You can upgrade how many ideas you get, how many you generate per month. There's also a building that lets you make your own, select your own movie from the ground up. And I think we are going to go for an action movie, Modern American City and Cop. We will assign it to Bernard Larson, who unfortunately is a racist. Walter West is lazy, and Felix Hill is a gambler. Again, not the best employees you get left with when you buy this studio. I haven't found a way to fire them, though. I'd have to dig in better, because actors and directors and all that, and producers, I think, get either a length of time contract, a number of years, or a number of movies, and it only goes to max 3 years or 3 movies. I'd like it to be longer, honestly, but that's besides the point. These permanent employees, the salaried employees, I would prefer... I don't know how I can fire them. I'd have to check. Okay, Bernard Larson is going to be writing that one. And these two are comedies. Neither of you are good with comedies. Just do your best. Do something. Well, it's not that you're not good with comedies. It's not your favorite genre. Okay, all three are working in 3 brand new scripts. Now the game is going to explain to us how research works. And it's going to tell us to research the story workshop. And like I said, it has the this thing, which means you can speed up with extra money. And I will, like, 10 influence points to get only 5 days speed, extra speed, is not really worth it in my opinion, because influence points are very hard to get, at least in the demo. Money is a lot easier to just spend. And this definitely makes more sense for longer researches where the percentage reduction is a lot more noticeable. Like, since this research only takes 50 days, it'll only speed up by 5 days. But it is still a speed up. Okay, now the game wants us to build a pre-production and a production department. So let us choose where we will build these buildings. Production can go over here and go for the cheap one. And the pre-production department needs a lot of space. So I think I will put them all the way over there. Trying to maximize the radius for the extra buildings. Okay, we can also assign researchers for all of the other department heads. Ethnic composition and services. I will go for the services. Like, I don't like these the game has a lot of less than savory research options. I like that it's an option. I would like more options than just the, I would like to have an option to not do this, to do something other than this. But yeah, let's go for the services department, because that's gonna allow us to get gifts, and that will help with morale for our employees and loyalty. Okay, you can only research influence from theaters. It's fine. Again, the rest of the research, if it has that padlock, it's because it's not available in the demo. But again, I don't think the demo goes long enough for this research to even be finished. So it's fine. You research that's the only thing you can research. And you as well. Okay, what is more important and more interesting is going to be the department things. Repair crews aren't here. I will go and start researching landscaping. Might not seem like the most important thing, but upgrading the landscaping, it costs money. It's going to cost money, but it improves the morale of your employees, which is something that you will have to take into account. Post-production. I am conflicted here, because we can do a beeline to developing our own film, or recording our own sound, or recording our own music. But I think this is 1500 days, that's the thing. I think I am going to... Let's go, that's 900 days, that's 300 days. Let's go for Sound Studio. It's the quickest one. So it's going to be give us our best chance to use it before the demo is over. And marketing, head of distribution, the distribution office. I will like to, because marketing and outreach doesn't really do anything because all of the things that are connected to marketing and outreach are locked, and the building doesn't really do anything that I've noticed. So we're going to make a beeline for our printing office, so we can print the copies of our movies in-house, which will save us a lot of money. And that is all we can do. We have to now pass the time. Advanced. Oh yeah, we still have things that we can build. I almost forgot. We have a security office, so we can hire bodyguards and also do some shady stuff. That's not. I think most of the shady stuff is not available in the demo. Go for the cheap options. Producer's office is very important. It will allow us to hire, as the name says, producers. Every movie needs a producer to accompany it from start to finish. Later, you get a research to be able to get more than one movie per producer. And engineering. Engineering is also a good one. Engineering upgrades the quality of our equipment, like microphones and cameras. Unfortunately, the demo is too short for us to be able to develop really new cameras. I can't wait for this game to release, because what I saw from the demo, I really, really like it. And I really, really want to see where they take it from here. Okay, Roy has, like I said, Roy has a gambling problem, and he's borrowed money from the wrong people, apparently. And he needs to go on a little vacation until things die out. We don't really have any work for you right now, so go, no problem. I have found that it's usually beneficial to let them go on vacations and stuff like that, and keep their morale high, because you can eat the delay. You can eat the cost of the delay, usually. Okay, pre-production studio is complete. Yeah, you usually can eat the cost of the delay fairly easily. Getting their morale and loyalty back up is usually more expensive than the delays they cause. Okay, Timothy Smith, you are incredibly cheap and malleable. So $7.59 a month for 5 years? Yes, please. Now, these are the actors we start with. Jane Fisher, Sarah Freed, Russell Simmons, Gabrielle Rutkowski, Peter Harris, and David Gutman. And our directors, Anthony Campbell and Lewis Matthews. And if I'm not mistaken, they're all on 3-year contracts. It doesn't say here. Because when you hire new actors and stuff, you get the option to either hire them for a number of years or for a number of movies. Okay, I'm gonna need to get the scouting office as soon as possible, because it's how you. Oh no, the scouting office is for locations. Yes, the casting office is what I want, because that's what allows you to hire more directors and more actors. Okay, I think we have everything that we can build, either built or in the process of being built. Again, she wants to go on a vacation. It's fine. We don't have any work for you, so you can go away. You can fuck off for 3 months. We don't even have any scripts ready for production, so it's gonna be a month before we can start producing another movie. So it's fine. Okay, production office. Level 3. Okay, you're level 3 and you're super cheap, and you have the points on the money and not the influence. You are perfect, Bernard. Okay, and what do I want you to research? What does the line production office do? I don't remember. Control of the film schedule. Or the sound stage. Actually, I'm going to... no, that's 1,500 days, though. That is a lot of time. Okay, these are all... Okay, these two are 300 days. I think I'm going to go with line production office, because then gives us extra film crew. We can research extra film crew. It's fine, let's spend 20k. It's really expensive to speed things up. It's 1,000 per percent point. But yeah, that will shave 60 days off of the research time, which, with the limited time in the demo, we really want to do. But yeah, right now we just need to wait for the scripts to be... Okay, Uh, okay, so Jane Fisher doesn't want Lydia Globe to come back from retirement. Take that into consideration. Don't really care what your opinion is. Uh, your job is to read the lines I give you in front of the cameras. Okay, producer's office. You are very cheap, but you have points and stuff that I don't want. So we will go for Hooch Larson, which costs double, unfortunately. Okay, this for hiring more producers. We don't really need a producer right now, but we will soon. Now we can get 2 producers or 2 projects per producer. We really want this upgrade because you'll find yourself lacking producers pretty quickly. Because while actors and directors and stuff can get back to work as soon as a movie is done, producers need to stay on the job even after the movie is released. Basically, until the movie is off the cinema, you need to keep them on the job. Now, I'm going to go for rolling edits because that means they can make changes to the script while the filming is in progress. Freelance Writer's Office basically allows you to buy scripts from buy already completed scripts, basically, which can be very powerful because sometimes you get really good scripts, and sometimes you get really good scripts for really cheap. Hey, Limping Look got an A+ from Kinomark, or A+ rating and Kinomark rating. Okay, 4 stars from the Exquisite Cinematique, 5 stars from Fun Times, 3 stars from Southern Night, and 4 stars from Thrilling Crime. Southern Night really doesn't know what they are talking about. They don't appreciate actual cinema. Okay, distribution, post-production, and production, and pre-production. Everyone is getting experience. Obviously, the dead guy is not getting experience. And distribution has cost us $26,900, bringing the total budget or the total cost for this movie for $493,900. That's what we need to beat to make a profit. Though Limp and Look is a very high quality film, so it's not going to have any trouble making its budget back. See, it's already turned a profit. Okay, security has finished. And I'm going to with you, even though you have no loyalty and no happiness. And the operations center, really, I don't really use it. So let's get the option to... I think what Bodyguard does is it allows me to offer a bodyguard when I have the option to give a bodyguard as part of the contract. Sure, I'm going to go... Don't really use it though. I usually find it cheaper to just pay them to pay them a signing fee. So yeah, let's build the operations center. Why not? It's also faster to research. We will, however, want to hire a couple of bodyguards, and the cheapest ones, please. Okay, Owen Nichols, welcome aboard the team. Frank Gibson, you are level 3 and you are cheap, but you are very unhappy. I don't care. You 3 are my new bodyguards, my new security. You basically append them to a movie production. Okay, engineering is done. They basically appoint bodyguards to a movie production so that you can, well, so that you can deal with certain events that might come up. They're useful to have. You are very cheap. Very, very cheap for 5 years. Definitely going with you. And let's get technology innovation, which will allow us to invent our own film technologies. Yes, thank you. Technology management. I would like to upgrade our cameras to be as good as it can. However, in the demo, you only have one development group. You only have one research group. There's an option to get more research groups here, but it's locked in the demo, unfortunately. And yeah, the other thing you can upgrade is the sound, so the microphones that you are using. But since we only have one research group, we can only upgrade one thing at a time. I'm thinking I maybe should have upgraded this one thing at a time, because then it takes the same time, but then you could have used you can use the upgrade sooner. You can use an upgrade as soon as it's finished. Anyways, it's gonna have to do, I guess. Okay, our first script has finished. It is very bad. 2.5 2.5 consumer appeal and 2.8 artistic appeal. However, you have a choice to either shelve it or to start the project. We really have nothing else to do at this point, so we have to produce whatever garbage we have. Okay. Yes, thank you. Let me do the thing. I will explain to the audience. So basically here you get to choose if you are filming on location or on the soundstage. On location can be better, but it takes more time and it is more expensive. But at this point we do not have any sound stages, so everything is going to have to be filmed on location. Now we have a choice to either have our best director, who is an addict, and that can cause delays, or go with Harry, who is calm. I think I'm going to go with Harry, especially since we are filming on location, and he is not so good on he's not so good on sound stages. He is better on location. We will go with Harry. We do not have any soundstage. Okay, hotel also filmed on location. Okay, that's going to be the total cost and duration of filming. Why is the dollar amount 0? I'm not sure. Okay, now it updated. It's going to cost $11,300 to film, and it's going to take 132 days. Pre-production cost $63,391. It took 20 days. It's going to take 20 days, rather. Projected cost right now 152 days, 74,691. We haven't gotten to the expensive part yet. Okay, we will send plenty of crew, and we will put more extras, because that costs you money, but that makes actually see the difference is 1 to 10 extras, $50 a day. $1,900, $7,600 for $200 a day. Same thing with the crew, but I think I'm gonna. Here's the thing: these initial movies are crap, so I think I'm gonna save money and only use more extras and more crew for when we get a better script. Let's be reasonable here. Okay, we only have one producer available, which is Vincent. Like I said, he's on a time contract. So I think it's supposed to be like 3 years or something like that. I think it's 3 years, because if I remember correct, this is the maximum you can have. Now, you are a perfectionist. Perfectionist isn't actually good. It doesn't make the result better. It just makes him take longer for things. So I'm going to go with Anthony because he is disciplined. He is also a lot better. Now, our protagonist is going to be played. Peter Harris seems like a good choice. He is a leader. However, he is leader makes him difficult to work with in a team of equals. But this isn't team of equals, I don't think. And he's also hot-tempered. The angry boss, sure, let's get Gabriel Rutowski. He is chaste. That's the chaste. They'll get annoyed. Like if you get for example, libidinous. These two in the same set are gonna annoy each other. Or at least Russell's gonna annoy Gabriel. But Gabriel is gonna be the angry boss, and the bandit is going to be played by the misogynist alcoholic, David Gutzman. See? Okay, now we have to account for actors and directors' salaries and stuff like that. The cost is now $306,619. Okay, pre-production is going to take 20 days. Production is going to take 93 days for a total of 131 days. Yes, we have to... This nice touch, but it does get annoying after a little bit. You have to stamp it before you're able to proceed. But yeah, that movie is off to be produced. Okay, now this is a better movie. 4.1, 3.8. This is one of the better scripts we can produce at this moment, before our people get more experienced. And we will start producing it as soon as possible. Because we need to get... Limping Look is not going to make us money forever. It's going to also change the... Yes, casting office. Yeah, we're going to need a casting office very soon. Okay, we have to get Thomas Morrison for a cinematographer, because Harry Ray is busy with the other movie. Cinematographer can only work on a movie at a time. I wish though that you could assign them, like even if they're busy with the movie, I wish that I could assign them to work on another movie after they finish the one they're currently on, instead of having to wait and it would sit on the timeline waiting for everyone to become available, instead of having to wait for wait for it manually. But it's a minor gripe. Okay, everything is being shot on location. We have no sound stages right now. We should build sound stages, thinking about it. This movie is a little better, so we'll invest. It's a better script, we'll invest more in extras and crew. We don't have any available producers, so how much is it going to cost us? Michael May seems like the best one, and I do prefer to hire them for movies instead of for time, because for time means that I'm going to have to use them. Actually, yeah, you do prefer to be on the movies. Okay, 3-movie contract, and yeah, we don't have anything to offer him on the side. We can offer him gifts and perks to his contract, like healthcare, bodyguards. We can give him a watch to meet this demand. But right now, all we can offer him is money, and it's going to cost 73k, almost 73.5k to convince him to sign a contract with us. But he will hopefully make us a lot more money than that. So it is worth it. Director, the only one we have available. Also the only actor we have available, and we don't have any other actors. So we are going to have to wait for the casting office to finish. Okay, game, let me finish talking before you throw another thing. We're going to have to let the casting office finish researching and then building, so we can hire more actors, because otherwise we have to wait for them to finish filming the other movie before we can assign them to a new movie. Okay, so Limping Look. it has reached the end of its 4-week run, and it still has 66% attendance on the rooms. So in this case, and this is a very well performing, very high rated movie. We have the option to extend the amount of time it spends on the theaters, and it does make sense because the theater rooms are still more than half full, so there's still money to be made. We will of course extend distribution. It is the only cash cow that we have. Okay, this is a very bad script. I don't even have the manpower to produce the second script I have, so we will shelve this one. When scripts are shelved, they just stay here. In fact, I'm just gonna throw this one away. It's so bad, it's not even worth pursuing. Let us write more. Let's get you working on things. Drama, romance, not great. None of you are good at any of these things, or neither of you have a favorite thing to write this, but it is what it is. Okay, story workshop. This is the thing that allows us to this is the sub-building that allows us to create our own ideas from scratch. Okay, I'm already researching rolling edits. Okay, and we need to wait for the casting office before we can continue with Amateur Cook. That's the one. It's Amateur Cook, and it's a detective romance thriller comedy. This does not sound like a very good movie. But hey, we are not in the position to make very good movies at the moment. Okay, maintenance is almost done with the research. Good. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We should build a couple of sound stages. Okay, one. Actually, that's probably not the best place to build it, because this building is going to have to need the soundstage and not the soundstage, the recording room and all of that shit needs it to be around it, and sound stages can be built wherever. And I think I should be good with building 2 level 1 sound stages. Actually, I'm just going to build 1 level 1 soundstage, because pretty soon I'll be able to build level 2 sound stages. I just need to research them first. And other than cost, I don't really see a reason to not use them instead of level 1s. Okay, sets and props. Next, we already have casting office, and then scouting offices. Scouting office is going to allow us to get better on-site locations. But right now, I will actually build. Thinking again, I will actually build the second soundstage. Because it's still going to be a little bit before we can build the level 2 ones. And the casting office is also something that I want built as soon as possible, so we can hire more actors. Because Amateur Cook is waiting for doesn't have any actors to continue production. Okay, headquarters. Now research services. Should now start researching ethnic composition. The services department is good. The services department is what will allow us to research the perks that we can give to our people to make them happy or to convince them to come work for us. And we will build it there. Okay, 23. We expended 815. It's time to retire Limping Luke. We've made 2.3 million in profit, 2.4 almost. So end distribution. It is now going to the archive. I don't know if you can do anything with the movies on the archive, if you can re-release them or something. That would be interesting. Now, we have unlocked medium landscaping that will make our people happy. Which one of you takes the least to research? I don't think we have enough time to research this to completion, but let us upgrade you. This video is going a bit long. I did not notice the time. I got completely enthralled by the thing. Ah, yes. Apparently, the man... we have to give him 800 grand. No, we haven't. You never saw that document. And now we have a secret. We have a secret that we didn't pay the father of Joe Duval the money we promised him. Joe Duval is, if you remember, the star of Limpin' Look, who died before the movie was released. And apparently we promised to pay him 25% of the box office. And that money should go to his father, but his father doesn't know. And he will never find out. Okay. The way secrets work is you assign a security guard. You assign one of your security guards, and they will try to lower the risk until eventually it goes away. Okay, secrets are open story workshop. Yeah. Move on. I'm talking right now. Okay, create new. Let's... What shall I create? Oh, I mean, we are leftist propaganda studio, so let's create class consciousness. I think that's how you spell consciousness. Let me check. Consciousness. COUNSCIOUNSS. Yes, I got it right the first time. Good. I can also spell bourgeoisie. See? I can spell and pronounce bourgeoisie. I'm a true leftist. Okay, class consciousness. It is going to be... drama. Historical drama. 20%, 25% historical drama. And it happens in the Wild West. I'm thinking about the... I'm forgetting the name of the TV series. There was a TV series set in around this time, the Depression era, kind of what you would be Wild West before then, but like those still not quite cities, those small towns in rural America where a priest was a secret communist activist hiding from the Pinkertons. It was a good show. I don't remember the name, but I was said it was cancelled. Okay, historical drama. Our protagonist is going to be the working man. Our antagonist will be for a criminal mastermind. Why not? Okay, supporting characters is the angry boss. Themes and events. What should be a struggle for a better life? No, let's do a bandit instead of a criminal mastermind. Struggle for a better life, finale. Protagonist gets a chance for a better life. And yes, that's the max. We can only do 5 out of 5. We can only do 5 script elements at the moment. So yeah, historical drama, working man versus a bandit with an angry boss, struggle for a better life, and protagonist gets chance for a better life. Now, who are we gonna pawn this off with to? We don't have any script writers to give this to at the moment. Shit. No, send to archive. We need to hire a new scriptwriter. Okay, you are a perfectionist, hot-tempered, modest. I mean, I might. You're cheap. I might hire you to get you to train you up. You are cheap and you are modest, so sure. Let's hire Jim Boyd and train him up to be more skilled. Synopsis, class consciousness. Jim, my boy, you better not fuck this up. It's our first propaganda piece. Now, have I already started to build the casting office? Yes, I have. Good. See, I didn't notice that the pre-production had finished, so I don't know how long that was sitting there. Okay, quality went up to 3.6 and 3.4. Everyone got experience, good. Okay, the cinematographer brought it down, but everyone else brought it up. And we will start production. Now, right here, we can add a security to handle any unforeseen circumstances, which we will, and we will start production. But we will have to continue this adventure on the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. As always, I have been Pope. Please do remember to like, comment, and indeed subscribe. I will see you all on the next one.